Hello crafters, I'm Bernadette and I am having so much fun with this Forever Young cartridge for your Cricut, finding lots of inspiration for projects to do. And this project here I found on page 53. I was inspired by the image of the Hatbox with a little flower on it and decided to go ahead and make it a little bit larger and make it a little bit interactive by actually making it into a slide card. So let's have some fun with our Cricuts and let's make a slide card. The supplies we're going to use for this project are a number of coordinating colored cardstocks. You can make it very simple using just one or two colors, solids. My inspiration color is this beautiful paper by King & Company. Some brads, ribbon. For adhesive, just your general adhesive, 3D glue dots or foam dots. I personally love the 1/8 inch score tape. It is super thin but super sticky, gives you great hold. And then whatever else for embellishment, your stamp pads and a stamp or whatever, stickers and blending tool. So I took my inspiration for what we're going to cut out from the actual design here. It's on page 53 in the booklet, and it is the little hat box that you see here. One thing that I found when cutting this, there are some cuts that are made right there that are like little slits where I think it's to line up where you want your coordinating piece of paper. You can see on the shift key for this, you can find that there. But when I wanted to make this a slide envelope or slide card, something that I could pull out, I didn't want to have any of those slits so that I couldn't just easily pull this out and put it back in. So therefore I'm going to use the shadow feature. And although there are some already coordinating aspects to it, because this is shadow and it actually cuts out a little bit different shape, a little bit larger shape than the main feature keys, it's important to cut out several of these, and I'm going to go through that in a moment. We're going to actually cut out 4 cuts of the shadow feature of the hat box. So, but they're going to be a little bit different sizes. I've got my paper already mounted up. Again, one color of each one of these, and I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I use when I'm doing this. My paper loaded. I'm going to select 4.5 for my size. I'm going to just go ahead and cut one cut of the hat box. Oop, shadow on. And there you can see in the screen. And because I want the front side and the back side to be the same but mirror images of each other, I'm going to cut this out again at 4.5, but I'm going to use the flip key feature. And then I'm going to hit repeat last. Now again, I want to have a coordinating top for the hat, the top of it, I should say, here. And like I said, you could use the feature that's over here, but it's going to be slightly smaller. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut out the shadow one more time, and you'll see later on I'm going to cut off the top so that it gives me a coordinating color here. I'm just going to help hit my line return right here. Let's look for it. Take the flip feature off, move my base over. So now I'm cutting on my glittered paper. A couple hints, you may know this already, but because glittered paper, or the glittered cardstock I should say, is relatively thick, I'm going to do a technique where I just make sure and hold it in place. Now you can see here, I'm not going to have the 4.5 inches on here that I need for the entire cut, but that's okay because I'm going to cut it off. So your blade will move over your mat, but no sweat because that's not the part I'm going to need anyway. I'm again cutting at 4.5, and I'm just going to repeat last. Okay, and my final cut This cut is going to be the interior, this portion here. And I have it on a coordinating paper, but because I want it to be able to slide easily into the card, I'm going to make it just a hair smaller. So I'm going to make this cut at 4 inches. But everything just the same. Shadow feature on, no flip or anything fancy like that, and just hit your repeat last button. To create the flower, which is actually the pull for this particular card, I simply went to the layer feature key, and I'm going to cut both in regular and then on shift on a variety of cardstock colors. I'm going to cut out each one of the flower centers, and I just do that for myself because I like to mix and match and play with the colors and the sizes. Et voila, my finished project. That's all the flowers under the layer key, and they just give you a lot of options when you want to go ahead and layer them together. All right, let's start assembling and putting the finishing touches on the project. Now the first thing I'm going to do, these are mirror images of each other. One is going to be the front, and then the other one is going to be the back. As so, that's how we were able to, why we used the flip feature was to be able to get these to look like mirror images, front and back. But I'm going to want to adhere the flower on my interior, my insert image. So the first thing I'm going to do is line these up, and then I'm going to cut them off at the flower right there. And there you have it. Super cute card. Hatbox. The flower here. Allows you to pull that out. Stamp an image or write your sentiment right in there. And put it right back. Oh, this Forever Young cartridge is just so much fun.